maybe in the comments below. Was there a breakthrough? How did you guys go in getting clarity? You know, we spoke about really getting focused on where you'd love your business to be in the next 3 months and 6 months and the next 12 months. And some of you guys are probably, I'm hoping that you're inspired. Like, I am like on the doorstep of turning this thing into a $3,000 or $4,000 a month income in the next 6 months if I really want to grab this. So it's definitely one of the things I really want you guys to understand. And just to reiterate on that, I think, you know, it's hard to see it where you guys are, how close you are to greatness and how close you are to breaking through. But you guys have got like this formula that is at lightning speed. So, you know, really making the most of it and just, you know, grabbing it and going for it and playing full out. You know, these calls can be one or two things. It could be an absolute waste of time. You think I'm an absolute wanker by the end of it because you're like, this guy's intense and I don't know, like I can't, or you're going to say the next 30 days is that it does change your life and you really make something off it. Some of you guys are going to grab this and really smash, and some of you guys aren't. That's the reality. Probably the most, you guys that are making the effort to get on here, like it's 9:20 in Sydney. Kylie and John are away for a dirty weekend and they're still on here, or a dirty week away, and they're on here. So that's commitment. John probably needs time out, so it's good to have you guys on. But I wanted to talk to you guys about next level. You've got vision, you've got clarity, but are you really in action? Are you putting yourself into action? Or are you kind of just getting lost in the blue sky dreaming about it? How many of you guys, just hands up, be totally honest, that you feel like you've got a lot more clarity since last week? Like I noticed some of you guys said, who was it? Angie said that she figured out her why, which is awesome to do. I know some of you guys said that you've got new teams started, which is amazing. But the next thing that I really want to help you guys to understand is that if you don't do shit, it doesn't work. Okay, you can keep turning up here every Tuesday night and feel good and, oh my God, the community is amazing and all that stuff. And, you know, you come to the events and you love that stuff also. But if you really want to grow your check, if that's your thing, not everyone wants to grow their check. Some people just love turning up and they're sick of hanging out with neg ferrets and they love that. And, you know, the money's not what it's all about. But if you really want to turn this into a real business, then you really got to do shit. This is not a get rich quick scheme. There's no, I don't know what it is, but it's real. It's a real business. You got to treat it like a real business. So what I wanted to do tonight to kick you guys off is actually rate yourself in the last 7 days. If you didn't have absolute clarity, and if you're not pumped up about after last week, I don't know what will pump you up. But in the last 7 days, if you were to rate yourself around the 5 high-paying activities, I want you guys to honestly, and I hope you guys got a pen and paper with you that you can write this down. I want you guys to rate yourself on how good you have been around those 5 paying activities. And honestly, guys, if you want to build your own story, think about Kira's story, right? Kira is, when she gets her head onto something, she is unstoppable. She becomes quite obsessed with stuff, and I get a little bit worried about it at times when she's obsessed about a handbag or a pair of shoes. I'm like, it's going to happen. Like, I can't do anything now. She's gone. It's just a matter of time how far I can hold her out to the next purchase. But I think the thing is, for you to be able to create an amazing business, incredible business, 10,000, 20,000, 30 or 40 or even $50,000 a month, it's going to take absolute focus and effort and really just making sure that you do the thing. And every single one of you guys can do that. So the first high-paying activity, you guys all know my number one high-paying activity, and that's talking to people. Now, if you're going to give yourself a 10 out of 10, in my eyes, you need to be reaching out to at least 5 people a day. That's a 10 out of 10 effort. Over the last 7 days, if you were to be honest with yourself, you don't have to show us your score. You can if you want. I'm up for that. No show-offs. I don't mean show-offs. No inflating your score. But if you're speaking to 5 people a day, then you get a 10 out of 10. Okay, so if you've only spoken to 1 person on average a day, then guess what you get? You get 2 points, right? So I want to give yourself a score out of 10. How you feel like you've been going over, and I'm not going to say the last 7 days. I'm going to give okay, a couple of days you didn't do anything, it's weekend, whatever. But at least 5 of those 7 days, how would you rate yourself out of 10? Give yourself a score. Okay, 2 out of 10, 4 out of 10. Some of you guys kind of like 3 every couple of days, and so just pick up a bigger score and be honest with yourself. Okay, so that's that. The next one is the high-paying activities. There you go. Leads into it, into 6. You guys can flash it up in front of us. You can put it in the chat. It's always good to hear. So, Lee, I'm guessing that you've been speaking to about 3 new people every day. It's amazing. 3 is a good number, honestly. That's a good number in this game, if you ask me. But the next high-paying activity is sharing. Are you conscious about sharing your own personal story? Are you conscious about just sharing stories around, when people ask you, what are you doing? What did you do on the weekend? Or what have you been up to? Are you good at just kind of planting a few little seeds about what you're up to, that you're conscious about that? Are you posting on Facebook if you're a social media person? Many of us like that. So, and so I would say that if you're sharing at least 2 times a day, like whether you're posting twice a day, and this is the one I find many people are quite good at, because you kind of can hide behind Facebook. It's kind of easy, like, I'm doing it. And I actually call it the second high-paying activity, but I actually don't think it is anymore. I think we get so obsessed with it that we think that our whole business is going to be built on just posting, and you determine the success of your business and the momentum of your business off likes and comments, which is, it's not the truth. If people aren't liking and commenting on your posts, it's got nothing to do with where people are watching or not. So rate yourself. If you're at least sharing let's say 3 times a day. You're planting a few seeds now and then. You're good at just working into sharing your story. I'm not working how to vomit Juice Plus on people, but you kind of people will say, how was your weekend? Or what'd you do last night? And you're like, oh, I got on team training with my online business. I love it. So exciting. And just dropping little hints, getting people that are curious are going to come to you. Okay. So rate yourself. If you're doing at least 3 a day, I'm going to give you a 10 out of 10. I'm going to be generous here. If you're doing 2 a day, 2 posts, that's all you're doing, then, rate yourself maybe a 6 or a 7. If you're doing 1 a day, it might be a 3. If you're doing 1 every second day, then that's going, you probably give yourself a 2, and away you go. So come up with a score. Okay, how good are you being at social media? Or just, I don't want to just box it into social media, because to be honest, who am I to tell you guys to post on social media every day? Because I don't. I never have, to be honest. I've shared my journey. I've shared my lifestyle, but I'm not sharing on Facebook all the time. I probably did a lot more early on. And to be honest, I get tagged in so many things these days. My wall is full of stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I think that's one thing. How good are you at following people up? Now, this is the challenge I want to give you guys. If you don't think that you've done a great job of following people up, this is the challenge that I'm going to give you guys for the next 7 days. I want you guys to go back since you started this business. I know some of you guys are pretty brand new at this, so maybe you won't be able to do this task as effectively, but I want to challenge any of you guys that have been in the business for 2, 3, 6 months, that I want you to go back to your messenger. I want you to scroll through it, and I want you to write on a piece of paper how many people the conversation, write their name down on a piece of paper where it hasn't gone anywhere. Okay, it's just kind of stopped. Would you guys agree that you've got some people on your Facebook that the conversation has stopped? If you don't have any and you've been in the business for 6 months, I'm going to guess you're not doing enough of the first high paying activity, which is talking to people. But I would say that you guys, what I've always found, anytime I've gone back and done that, I've ended up with at least 2 pages of people's names. And I'm like, oh, that person, I forgot about that person. And kind of the conversation, unless you're working the grid really well and you're really organized, which I'm definitely not, then you often forget about people. So I would say go through that feed, write down the people's names, and then do that first, right? Don't get caught up trying to message people yet. Create your list and then start at the top of the list. Don't go down on which one's the best, and then restart the conversations. Have a look at where the conversation was at. You know, you guys can write all their names in, then you can search them. They'll come up, then you just click on the message and then you re-engage. It might just be like, hey, Kylie, I just came across your message. I'm so sorry. We haven't spoken since you showed a bit an interest like 3-4 months ago. It's kind of, I feel like our conversation kind of didn't go, nothing really eventuated. I just want to touch base, see how you are. How's life? How's Johnny anyway? I saw you on a dirty weekend in Sydney. How was that? Like, it's just re-engaging. It's not like I just wanted to see if you wanted to get on Juice Plus. I just wanted to see if you wanted to come and do the business. It's just like, how was your weekend or what it is? Just re-engage with the conversation. Just like if you bumped into them at a coffee shop and you hadn't seen, oh my God, remember last time we spoke and blah, blah, blah. And it's just re-engage, okay? Don't go for the, like, choke them up against the wall. The first thing they're like, oh my God, they're coming at me with that freaking Juice Plus stuff again. Here we go. Just build trust. Okay. That's what this is all about. Build trust. Get them to know, like, and trust you. That's the game. That's the game we play, not just in this business, guys, but in every business these days, is people want to get to know, like, and trust you. Okay. Don't make it about you. If you go straight in like, hey, you haven't got that Juice Plus stuff yet and you're ever going to order it, it's not going to work. They're just like, oh, you just want a sale, and people don't like it. People are sick of being sold to. So nurture the relationship. So every single one of you guys, and I would love, you know what I would love, is that you guys next week could tell me how many people you actually pulled out of that never got back to me, and I created a list. And you know, I'd be impressed to see how many you guys actually got. I think one thing it's going to tell me is that how many you guys have actually reached out to. And if you, honestly, it'll be a really good reality check for some of you guys, because I think some of you guys will go, I didn't have many. And then you're like, shit, I'm clearly not reaching out to enough people. And I think if you don't have a long list, it's amazing. And let me give you the power of this, right? The other day when was it? It was like 2 days ago. I've got 2 really good stories for you guys. The first one is that on Monday, yesterday, I reached out. I saw a girl on my Facebook who I spoke to like 2 years ago. I didn't know when was the last time I spoke to her. I saw her on my feed. I need to message that girl. I used to go to school with her. I know she's a single mum. And so I messaged her and said, hey, girl, I just saw you on my Facebook and how's things? I haven't spoken to you for ages. But I went to the message and I saw the last time we messaged, it was 2 years ago. I was like, holy shit, 2 years goes really quick. So I said, how are you? What's going on? Last time I spoke to you, I know you were doing this. What's going on? How's life? And she got back to me. And she, you know what the thing she said to me? She said, wow, it looks like your life has changed a lot. It looks like you guys are really crushing the business that you're doing. You know, big congrats for you and Kira. And I said, thank you so much. You know, what are you doing for work, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, hey, listen, one of the reasons I wanted to follow you up or, you know, touch base again is that I can't help to think that you might be interested in what I'm doing. There are so many mamas that are doing such a great job with this. And, you know, if you're interested, I'd love to just send you a link to something to have a look at. And, you know, would you be okay for me to do that? And she said, yeah, sure. Within an hour, no joke, an hour, she messaged me back. She said, oh my God, let's talk. I'm all in. That's what she said. I was like, holy shit. Right? So that's one thing. That's like thing. The other thing is, how many people are on your list that you haven't reached out to yet? Today, no joke, I had Kira and I have we've decided to employ a cleaner here 3 days a week just to help with so we can just really pour into our business even more and stop doing low paying activities. And so the cleaner turns up on the doorstep. I open the door and I'm immediately like, she's on my Facebook, this chick. And I'm a friend on Facebook with her. And she used to be like a personal trainer, fitness model type chick, and she's cleaning. I'm like, oh my God. And like 12 months ago, I followed her for ages and I was too scared to reach out to her because I'm like, as if she'd be interested. As if she'd be interested. And here she is cleaning houses. Now, it looks like we're going to employ her. And now I can't sign her up to my team because I need a cleaner. And it's important that I don't lose my cleaner. So it's kind of like, oh, well, bad luck for her.
That's called stalker, Adam.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a stalker because I did say to her, I think we're Facebook friends. I'm like, and she's like, really? I'm like, uh-oh. And then Kira said, well, why the hell are you friends with this girl anyway on Facebook? I'm like, babe, prospecting, it's important. Anyway, so quite funny. So never, ever, ever judge. And the thing is, and I think I shared it with you guys last week, if you're not reaching out to 3 to 5 people every day, I'm going to tell you, there's people on your Facebook that in the next 12 months are going to be doing multi-level marketing, and you let them slip through your fingers. Either they're going to join your team, join your opportunity, or they're going to join someone else's team. And the last thing you want them to do is that they come to your event and they're about to join someone else's team. That's when you get a moment of like, and then they walk the stage as an NMD, and then you'll be like, like, what was I thinking? How many times did it have to happen that I didn't take advantage of so reaching out, but following up, make sure. So we're talking about following up. So making sure you guys follow up. Love to hear what you guys are doing. Now, the next one is events. If you guys are on the Gold Coast and you're not getting to the event every Thursday night, what are you doing? Like, it's a non-negotiable. It's just like, if you want to be successful in this business, you get to the event, you get to the live events in your area, you find a way, guys. I know it's not easy. Trust me, we've got 2 kids too. I know it's not easy, and both of us go, but we find a way. And the thing is, what I know, guys, those that get on the events, those that come to the live events are the ones that are earning the most money. There's no coincidence to that. So I want to encourage you guys that you do whatever it takes to get to the live events. And if you don't have any live events going on in your area, then guess what? It's time to start one. It's time to start a live event. Find people in your area, find people in Team Freestyle. I'd encourage you guys, if you've got an open mind, is that you maybe post up in Team Freestyle and you say, looking for people in your area to start doing a live event. Really keen to pull together the community. We do a consistent event and away you go. The events, guys, especially the live events, are so important for our business. They bring everyone together. Once a week, people pull together. We get to hug and kiss and realize that we're all real. We all have the same challenges. You get to resonate with everyone, and then you get back out there and you have another great week and you pull back together every week. The thing is, guys, what will happen over time if you keep turning up is that you give the opportunity that your team will turn up. If you don't turn up, there's no chance of your team turning up. I can tell you, as the leader goes, so the team will follow. So get to the events wherever you can. On Saturdays, there's also an event. So if Thursday night is a bit of a challenge, I know we do an event every Saturday at 4 o'clock. Is that right, Kylie? 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock at Biscuit. And I know Kylie's been pretty committed to being, when she's been in town, to go to that. And that has potential to grow really good. So that's at Biscuit at 4 o'clock every Saturday if you're on the Gold Coast here. And from what I understand, a lot of you guys are on the Gold Coast or nearby. And the thing is, guys, and let me share, most of you guys know who Lorian Cameron is. So Lorian Cameron is a soon-to-be, I think this month he looks like he's on track to do 75 club. He's an NMD. And I remember him saying to me after about the first month of coming to the events. And honestly, we would have like 1 or 2 prospects, and there'd be about 4 to 6 of us that are in the team, and we turn up to Linda's every Thursday night. And he was only new in the business, and I remember him turning to me and saying to me, do I have to come to this event every Thursday night? And I said to him, honestly, I said, no, you don't, buddy. You don't have to do anything, to be honest. But what I know is if you want to be successful in this business, it seems to me the number 1 earners are in this room, and I would do what the number 1 earners do. It's totally up to you, and I always leave it in your court, guys. But if you're serious, then you've got to treat this like a business, and you've got to show up like it's your business and do it. There are no shortcuts to this thing. I know you guys want to find the shortcut, but there's no shortcuts. And I'm telling you, sooner or later, you keep showing up, you're going to build your belief. Not only just in the products and the business, but you're going to build belief more in yourself. Because remember, guys, you are the average of your surrounds. You get yourself around successful people that you want to emulate and follow, then you will become them over time. That's the truth. This is not, I know Zoom's amazing, but this is kind of the lazy version of doing the business, right? You guys know that. It's like if you respect yourself, you respect your business, and you want to go all the way, you say, I'm going to make a commitment. I'm going to find a solution that I can be at that event every week. Now, someone asked them, is there room for kids? Yes, if they're well behaved. Yes, there is. We have kids that come along. The parents bring an iPad or something like that. They're at the back of the room. The event goes for probably an hour, right? We're normally there we're there at 7:30. We have good intention that it starts at least by about 20 to 8. And then we're normally finished by about 8:30. And if you need to fly, you're flying, away you go. The thing is, guys, you start coming, you want to make good time of it. You start throwing people in the car and you say, look, I'll pick you up. Come with me. Come check this thing out. It's amazing. I love it. And it's the best thing. You just say, I'm going to an event tomorrow night. You know, it's an online business. Guys are doing a great job. I've become very interested, and I thought you might be interested too. Would you like to come along? There's a glass of wine. You know, we have a glass of wine, just chill out. It's fun. It's around a whole bunch of positive, uplifting people. I really love it. It's just a great Thursday night thing. Again, the guys that are showing up week to week are the ones that are doing it. There's no surprise to me that Kylie and Tanika's business has gone like that in the last probably 2-3 months. And one of those things is that they are showing up to the event every week. They keep building their own confidence, and they're getting up and starting to share their stories really well. So where is it? The one on the Gold Coast is at the CBD Hotel at Varsity Lakes, 7:30 every Thursday night. And Saturday, like again, Biscuit, that's on Albatross at Nobby's, and that starts at 4 o'clock. If you is anyone in Sydney, I know there's a whole bunch of Sydney events looking to get started. I was in Sydney and Newcastle, and again, I was reminded how important live events were when we went out to those areas. So same with you guys down in Ballina. Byron, those sort of things, getting some events started down that way. You guys start getting some events going. I know there's people down that way. It doesn't take too much for us to really plan a time where we can come down there and build a little bit more momentum. Stopping in at Byron, have a bit of fun, come down to Ballina, doing that stuff. So, again, rating yourself, how good are you doing in that area right now in your business? Are you showing up to the events? Are you getting on at least one Zoom event? It's kind of talking to the converted here, because you guys are here, and you're getting on training when you like at least here, and if not, Monday night training as well. How amazing was Linda last night? She was incredible. So much to learn there, so much inspiration. And then the last high-paying activity is customer care. Be honest with yourself. How good are you doing with that? Are you looking after your customers? Are you touching base with them 5 to 10 days after they've ordered their product to make sure that they've got their product, make sure they've got it out, make sure that they're actually taking it? I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Juice Plus actually doesn't work unless you take it. So it's important your clients take it. And one of the number one reasons why your customers cancel their order, one of the number one reasons is that they have an overstock of product. They're not taking it. Then when their reorder comes around, they've got too much product and they go, I don't want to pay for any more. And then they go and ring head office and cancel the order. Now, I know some of you guys, some of the frustration's been right now is that I can't get through head office. You know, we had an amazing meeting with the board in the boardroom with the owners of Juice Plus last week. But one of the biggest reasons is that they are inundated by questions from franchisees that are just kind of like really basic questions. And one thing I wanted to, share with you guys, if you have a question about your business, the first point of call is not to call head office. Please, please, please be conscious of that. Head office is really getting smashed by calls. And so I think if you guys have got a question, reach out to your upline, post your questions in the Facebook group. Okay, Freestyle, Team Believe, all those Facebook groups, post it up in there, ask your questions, have at least 8 to 12 hours grace. There's no such thing as a Juice Plus emergency. I know we all want our questions answered like that, but just give it 12-hour grace. I'm confident that most of you guys will get your questions answered, and then head office can do what they can do, like really just do a great job. I put 3 orders on hold today for that reason, not cancelling that yet. Good work, Leah. And good customer care. Make sure that you're looking after customers. And if that's not a big enough reason to look after your customers, guys, some of your best customers are potential team. And if you can have a team member that falls in love with the product, falls in love with the program, then they come into this business flying, because they don't have to establish their own business story to get going. They find customers a lot easier because they've got so much belief in the product already, and it's a great way to get someone started. And not sure if you guys know, but Kira's business really did start on just customers who become team. Her first 2 girls who came to her who joined her business were Jackie Bruggeman and Erin McPherson, and those 2 girls are 2 of the top 3 income producing lines in Kira's business. So don't underestimate some of your customers and how important they are. One of the great questions you guys could be asking customers is, after 2 or 3 months of them taking the product, is you're just saying something as simple as, how's your results and how are you going? And mate, I know you've been sharing that you've been loving it and been getting great results. Can I ask, are there some people around you that have noticed your results also? Have they noticed your results also? Have you had some people that have shown an interest in the program and what you're taking? So it's a great question to ask, because if people are getting results, they'll often say, yeah, a few people have. And then you might just mention, I might have mentioned it at the start, but I just wanted to remind you that, do you know, if you, just by you sharing results and helping people do the program and help them get results, is that you could literally be getting your product cheaper for free, or even making an extra stream of income. Is either of them of interest to you? I think what happens often is we say, why don't you come and do the business? And people are like, oh my God, business. I don't do business. I'm not a business person. No. And then they're like, and there you're trying to reverse pedal and trying to convince them that it's not what they think and all the rest. It's about share the benefits of what this is. If you're, I know you're sharing your results. You've got such great results. If I could show you a way how to get your product cheaper for free, or even make a little extra money on the side, would that be of interest to you at all? It's just a really cool question to ask. Often people are like, what? Get it for free? What do you mean by that? And then I might say, honestly, by you just referring potentially 2 or 3 people to the program each month, you're pretty much going to get the products for free over the next 3 to 4 months. Would you like, if you like, I could send you a link to something to check out, and, probably the best way to explain it. How's that sound? How's that sound? Like when you say, how's that sound? It's like, it's your turn to talk now. How do you respond? How are you going to respond to that? And most people say, yeah, sure. Send it to me. and then you send them one of the links. Really easy to do. So don't underestimate. You know, if you can't do it because, oh my God, customers, do it for your business long term, and help them. You know, you just never know the potential of that. So that, guys, is like, if you're doing it at that level, that's a 10 out of 10. So let's stay focused on what we're doing here. So how good are you at customer care? Are you speaking to your customers at least twice a month? I don't think you need to do much more than that, unless you've got a crush on them or something. But I think you're making sure that you're speaking to them a couple of times a month, that they're following the program, they've opened the program up, they're getting all the value add stuff that's there, and they really get to, you know, really take it on. I think it's a really important thing. So rate yourself 10 out of 10. And then what I want you guys to do, that is a score out of 50, right? That's a score out of 50. Go and add up those 5 numbers. How many of you guys got a bit of a reality check? Like, maybe I see where my business is at. That's kind of, that number's kind of to 50. If I'm like achieving what I really want, you'd get like 45. You'd be at least over 40, right? If you're really like, my goals are this and I'm over, of course I'm achieving my goals. But if you're not quite halfway, if you're in the like 20 zone, maybe that's a reality check. If you're under 20, you're like, oh my God, what am I complaining about? Why do I keep saying this thing doesn't work? Why do I keep saying that I don't know if I can do this? Like, of course you can't do it, because you're not doing it. You're not doing it. And the thing is, what I want to use this for is that you guys don't beat yourself up about this, but you ask yourself, who would I need to be? What would I need to do to become a 40 out of 50 type of effort? What would I need to implement into my daily activities so I can start living above the line? You know, I think 35 out of 50, and you are doing it, definitely your business will have a nice, steady flow, away you go. How many guys are like over 40 in what we scored, and you feel like your business is going nowhere? Okay, good. Good realization. So there's a great saying that Linda said at conference. Linda said at conference when she got up and shared, and she said, you can't complain about the results you're not getting in your business based on the work that you're not doing in it. You can't complain about the results you're not getting based on the work that you're not doing. So my challenge is to you guys, now that we're 7 days in to this little Let's Connect for 30 days, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to help you guys all the way. If you guys are going to come and meet me halfway and really play full out, is that I'm going to ask you guys in the next 7 days, and it's just a 7-day challenge. Okay, it's all I'm asking you guys to do, is that I'm going to ask you guys is that you work out what it's going to take, what you need to implement in the next 7 days to make sure that you play above 35 out of 50 in those areas that we spoke about. Who's up for that challenge? Awesome. Some aren't. That's okay. But honestly, play full out, guys. I know that what I know is I know this thing works. I know this thing works. Yep. Do a live event. Plan a live event. Even if you don't do a live event in the next 7 days, at least plan a live event in your area. Do, like, if you're remote, if it's hard, why not do a little in-home? Like, just do an event at home. Invite a bunch of girls around, put on some bubbles. Maybe your first event is just, Yellow Glen. Maybe the one that you do in 12 months is Verve, right? Whatever it is, you don't have to, like, when you pour the bubbles, you pour it in a room where they can't see it. It doesn't matter, right? Might even be passion pop. It's all good. We've all drunk it before. But you just get into action. And you can have a giggle, come to my launch event. It's tough at the beginning, but we'll get there. put a bottle of herb in the middle of the table and tell them not to touch it. We're going to pop it open when we can afford it. And away you go. But just get into action and go for it. Just chuck a strawberry in. It looks pretty low. I love it. Strawberry. Half a strawberry if you can't afford. They're pretty expensive this time of the year. So maybe just half of one. Who knows? But play full out, girls. Honestly, you guys can do this. You like seriously, some of you guys, it's like 5 to 10. Like, do not be here at 5 to 10 and not go and put yourself into action in the next, next 7 days. Your husband, your partner deserves you on the couch right now, or maybe even in bed, and you're on here and he's like, come on. He needs to see some results. He needs to see that it's worth it because he's missing out on a bit of, cuddle time. So it's important, guys. It's really important. Passion pop. I love it. So I wanted to utilize, I don't think I'm in a rush tonight. So let me just make sure I don't have another call. I don't think I do. But I wanted to open up to you guys. Maybe you could ask a few maybe challenges that you've had in the last 7 days. Any questions? What do you say when? Give me a bit of troubleshooting. You guys can put it in the chats.
Adam, can you help Maddie out a little bit with her challenges? She's new in the team and struggling with follow up a little bit.
All right. Okay. Madeline, how do you follow up people who are initially interested in social media posts, but when you follow them up, they aren't responding? Follow them up again. That's all. And Madeline, what I would normally, you're never going to be annoying, guys. The guys got to understand this, right? Is that if people reach out to you, they're coming to you. You guys got to get that. Unless one of you guys are door knocking, which I don't know of anyone that's door knocking, and you keep going back to that house even when they don't answer it, and they're inside, then you're not annoying them, okay? You're never annoying them. And the only time you can be annoying is if you decide that I'm going to start being annoying. Your job is to follow up people. You guys have a responsibility to help people. And I know that some people let themselves get in the way to get what they want in their life, right? Whether it be health, they make up silly excuses like money is going to stop me from getting healthy, which is just ridiculous. Or money is going to stop me from getting wealthy. Like, whoa, okay, we need to talk. But you know what I mean? So guys, you guys got to understand that it's our responsibility to follow them up. Unless, Madeline, they say to you, are all the kids in bed? Fuck off, leave me alone. I'm sick of you following me up. Unless they say that, then keep reaching out. Has anyone had someone say that? Okay, good. So none of us have got anything to worry about. And
John just said, oh, did he say fuck off? He's a little bit concerned.
What's that?
John's like, did he just say fuck off? And I'm like, yeah, he did.
Yeah. So did Kylie about 3 times. So, so the thing is, guys, is that honestly, how many times have you looked at a message before and not responded and forgot? You stopped at the light, your phone went beep. I know you guys don't touch your phone while you're driving. You look at it and then the light goes green and you put it down. Or you're in the middle of something, you're out and about, or you're with the kids or whatever. You look at your phone and you put it down, you open it up, and then you don't respond, you forget about it. Have you done it before? We've all done it. But you know what we do is we make up a silly story that they looked at that message and they're not interested. No, I don't believe that's the truth. Most people are just so busy, so caught up that they're not very good at managing the messages that people send them. So my thing is this: what I do, I just say, if you just as simple as this, I'll be like, hey, Madeline, thanks for taking interest in my post the other day. I saw your comment. Hey, interested to know what's got your interest? And then she doesn't reply. I'm like, fucking bitch. How rude is she? Seriously, I messaged her. She's the one that commented on my post. Seriously, message me. Wait till I see her next. I'm going to give her what she deserves. I'm going to give her a bit of a serve, right? So the thing is, we take it personally. Oh my God, like they don't like me. Like, honestly, stop it. So that one is, and I'm not saying that to you, Madeline, but I'm saying just for an example, right? The next thing is if Madeline doesn't get back to me in a day or two, I'll be like, hey, Madeline, hey, I just wanted to follow you up again. I'm not sure if you got my message the other day. I'm super keen. Thanks so much for your comment on my post. And I'd love to, I'd really love to know what's got your interest and what you're out to achieve. She doesn't message me back again. Now, some of you guys are like, that's it. I'm never fucking talking to her ever again, right? Never again. Wait till I see her at that kid's birthday party, man. I'm going to tell all the mums at the gate how rude she is, right? So the next thing is, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, oh, how funny. She must be so busy. She looks at messages and never messages back. That's amusing. Hey, Madeline, I don't want to be annoying. I just wanted to follow you up as you seemed a little interested in what I'm up to. I definitely didn't get in this to be annoying. I just want to do the right thing and follow you up. That's it. She still doesn't get back to me. So I then do this. Hey, Madeline, and I have you can do two ways, right? You can do this. Hey, Madeline, are you getting my messages? I have had a little bit of problem with my messages lately, and I just want to see if these are working or not. I freaking hate Telstra. It annoys the shit out of me. You can do something like that, right? So they're like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Because what normally happens when you're like, hey, I didn't get into this to be annoying. I just want to do the right thing and follow you up. Very often, people go, oh my God, darling, I'm so sorry. I'm so glad you keep reaching out. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I've been so busy, blah, blah, blah. The second one about, as my phone message is working, it's kind of funny and people often, oh yes, oh my God, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Or you could have some fun. I've heard a really funny one like, Madeline, you've either been eaten by gorillas or you don't want to talk to me anymore. I'm just trying to figure out which one it is. Are you okay? And it's funny, right? It's kind of like, oh my God, that's so funny. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Like just have a bit of fun with it. Don't be so serious about people not getting back to you straight away because you're all doing it. I do it all the time. I say to Kylie, if I miss a message, just message in it again and it'll code to the top of the feed again. You guys got to understand that some conversations are going to take a while. The problem is we all live in this like, I want shit to happen now, because we can, because if we want something, like literally if I'm out with my friends and they show me something cool, I'm like, wow, I love that battery charger for your phone, man. That's awesome. What's it called? And I'll like, while we're sitting at dinner, I'll just order one on eBay. It's done. That's the world we live in. But this thing takes time, guys. And you guys got to understand that everyone's in season. And many of you guys, let's face it, many of you guys didn't just see this and within 24 hours you're in the business. Some of you guys took a while to get into this thing. Hey, Kylie, 12 months. Hey, Adam.
I know, I'm a slow learner.
You're a slow learner, I know. And then it took her 12 months to realize what the hell she even signed up to.
I know. I got to QNMD and went, oh, I might actually do this now.
So that's funny, right? And so the other thing is, guys, it took me 3 years. How many of you guys would have continued to follow me up for 3 years? How many of you guys wouldn't mind me in your business if I was in your downline? You guys get that, right? The thing is, are you ready for someone like me to join your business? Are you playing at the level that you're attracting someone like me into your business? The thing is, guys, one is if you've got vision, certainty, and you're just obsessed with the process, not the outcome, and you don't take it personally. You don't take it like conversation by oh, they said no. Oh, they said no. Oh. It's like they said no, next. Like, get the hell out of the way. It's not for them now. It's all good. Like, thank you. I love no's. There's a great book that says go for no. And I'm not saying it's like just go and hunt 100 people. Honestly, guys, there's not many people that are saying no to me, because I'm not just going for the gauntlet straight away. I'm not just going for the choke down in the first 30 seconds. I'm nurturing it. You know, I was in Newcastle on Friday, and I'm just thinking like I'm building connections, right? A girl serves me at the at this Whole Food store, and I just said, you know, as she was taking, like I was paying the bill, and she said, I said to her, you know, how long have you been working here? I love the food's amazing. It's awesome. How long have you been working here? And she said, oh, I've been working here like 3 months. And I'm like, is this your full-time job? And she goes, no, I'm a yoga instructor as well. And I'm like, awesome. Where do you do yoga? And she goes, I do it here. And I said, I would love to, like when I come here, I've been doing some exercise, but I would love to do yoga when I'm in town, and I'm going to be back here regularly. Do you have a business? Do you have a card? And I'd love to, you know, next time I'm in town, touch base and come and do some yoga. And she's like, no, I don't have my cards on me. And I'm like, are you on Facebook? And she's like, yeah, I'm on Facebook. And I'm like, awesome. I like literally like just put my phone out in front of her. And I said, if you're on Facebook, here's my Facebook app. Type your name at the top. Let's friend. And next time I'm in town, I'd love to find out when you've got some classes on and come do some yoga. She said, sure. Contact. Move on. Nurture the relationship. Reach out. Hey, thanks for the other day. It was awesome. Looking forward to coming doing yoga. She probably thinks I'm like some old weird dude. But you girls can get away with it, right? But the thing is, it's about just nurturing relationships. I think so many of us guys think that we got to grab them, like, oh my God, I didn't share about Juice Plus today with them. It's got the opportunity's gone. Not if you're like just building relationships. Like, are you guys conscious if you're using social media as your avenue to build your business? Are you adding 3 to 5 new people to your Facebook every day? You know, what if that's your ritual every morning? Now, I know most of you guys go to Facebook first thing in the morning. You get up, you go straight to your phone, and you open your social media app. Instead of scrolling and looking what happened in the last 8 hours in the world of Facebook and like, oh my God, I might have missed something. Instead of doing that, being productive and saying, okay, I'm going to spend 10, 15 minutes here while I have a cup of tea or a coffee and just sit and wake up. I know Kira kind of does that. Is that go and like add 3 new people to your Facebook in the suggested friends. Be careful they're not all Juice Plus people. We'll end up with a Facebook full of just Juice Plus people, and that's not going to help you build your business. But just, you know, that's a really easy daily task that you guys be doing. The other thing is groups. What if that every day you went and found 2 groups that were kind of relative to your target market? Think about your ideal team member. Who are they? What sort of groups, what sort of Facebook groups are they hanging out in? Are they mummies? Are they mama groups? Type in just Gold Coast mums. Type in healthy eating or whole foods or holistic health or something like that. Go and find those groups, add yourself in, and then just start to interact, like comment on people's posts, look for excuses to friend them, look for excuses to start combo. What I'm not saying, this is exactly what I don't think that you should do, is that you go, I did this for a while and I definitely, in my experience, it doesn't work, is that you go and suggest friends, like you go to suggest to friends and you go, you know, friend request, friend request, friend request. And then when they add you, you go and like start a conversation straight away. Don't do that. I did that for a while and it does not work. If some of you guys it's working, awesome, you're better than me at it. But to be honest, it's about nurture. Find people in your feed to start conversations with. Don't try to just go straight after those that you have added you. There are so many people on your Facebook other than those people that you could be talking to. So I think I answered Madeline's question on the way of that. Any other questions, guys? My wife's with me, Kylie, when I chatted up the yoga girl. She might think we're into that sort of thing. Who knows? Swingers.
Hey, Adam.
Maybe that's, yeah, go for it.
So when you're adding new friends on Facebook each day, and then you might notice over a couple of weeks or something that they're liking a lot of your stuff, would you then maybe reach out to them, or would you still just kind of wait?
Yeah. No, definitely. When I'm seeing people honestly, guys, some of my best team members or some of my team members have come out from likes. They've just liked it. And I've seen this person's I'm noticing this person's liking a bit of my stuff. And all I'll do is simple as this. I'll just be like, hey, Tanika, I want to reach out and say thank you. I noticed that you've been liking a few of my posts. I really appreciate it. And to be honest, I'm interested to know how we know each other. I know we've got a few mutual friends, and I'm just trying to work out how we're connected in whatever way. So it's just starting a convo.
Yeah, cool.
Some of you guys might know the story of young Carissa, who's one of Kira's first team members. She was liking lots of our posts. We didn't know who she was. She's a good-looking young girl, and I wondered if she knew that I was taken. So I reached out to her and said hi and how are you? And no, honestly, I just messaged her and just said, hey, I've noticed you've been liking a lot of my wife and our post, and I was just curious how we know each other. Obviously, we've got lots of mutual friends. I'm curious to know how we know each other. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And she said, I used to work for one of our really good friends as his PA. And I said, oh, that's interesting, because I know he's moved to Melbourne these days. Do you still live on the Gold Coast? What do you do now? And that conversation went from, honestly, within 2 hours, it went from, how do I know you, to, what do you do for work? She said, I'm looking for work. I've got a little bubba, so I don't really want to put bubba into care all the time. And I'm like, have you ever thought about building a business from home, doing something online and creating income from home? And she said, oh my God, that would be amazing. And I said, well, you might be interested in what we do. If I was to send you a link to something to check out, would you take the time to have a look at it? And she said, absolutely. And I didn't even send her an event link. I actually just sent her one of the short clips, like the Team Spirit, Own Your Own Life on the Boat one that myself and Linda and that are on. And I sent her one similar to that, but it was the UK one. It was right in the beginning, because we actually never used to even do Zoom events, believe it or not, guys. About just over 12 months ago, we did everything in live events only. And I sent her a 3-minute clip, and within a minute, she messaged me back and said, oh my God, I want to know more. I love it. And I'm like, what did you see that got your interest? And she said, the single mum that said that she's changed her life. And I was like, awesome. It's funny you say that. And what was the really sad story of this young girl that I didn't know is that her partner had left her when her baby was 12 weeks old at midnight to be with another girl. And he moved interstate. She followed him twice, and he did it 2 other occasions. This girl was broken, man, seriously broken. Gorgeous young girl, but her self-esteem was ruined. She didn't know how. And then again, we weren't doing events. So I just said, look, if you're really interested, why don't you come and meet us here at home? I'd love to introduce you to Kira, and, I'd love to connect and explain, show you a little bit more about what's out. So literally we used to do the events on a piece of paper. So that, go through the event like a piece of paper. That's the only way to explain the business, guys. And I asked her, what's going on in your life? And what's crazy is you guys never know what's going on. She's this gorgeous, picture perfect. You would think she's a doll, this girl. Her life looks so perfect. Her photos are always perfect. But she comes to her house, and I'm like, so what's going on with you? Where's your life at? And she said, honestly, I just had the Salvation Army at my house last week to give us food vouchers, a fuel voucher, and nappies for my baby. And she goes, to be honest, I don't know how I'm paying rent this month. And she I showed her the event. She said, I'm all in. I'm keen to do it. And I said, I don't want you to make a decision that quick. I want you to go home and think about it. I'm not here to sign people up. I just really want you to think about it. And she goes, honestly, I'm not leaving this house until I sign up. I've got nothing to lose. And what's really cool behind that story is within the next 3 weeks, Carissa was able to put $1,000 into her bank account in the first 3 weeks of the business. I've cried about that story many times. And, you know, that's the special things we get to do, guys. So one is never assume anything about anyone. Come from a place of wanting to help people. And when you do that and you feel like you've got a responsibility to share this, like honestly, guys, think about how this thing can change your life. Think about why you're here. And who else would you love to be able to help do the same? And when you get focused on that, and you get focused on this is about helping and pouring into as many people as I can around me to inspire them to live a better life, get on top of their health conditions, get on, you know, like eczema and psoriasis. If people battle with that, man, it rules their life. You know, they're conscious about everything they do. You know, you don't know what people are going through until you just take the time to take an interest. That's what I love about what we do, and just get to change people's lives. It's the emotional revenue. And honestly, it's the people that you least expect that you have got on your chicken list that you won't reach out to. But honestly, once you do, you'll realize, like, oh my God, who was I to decide who this is for and who it's not? There's a great, if you guys, I'm not sure if you guys are listening to podcasts or anything like that, but I would encourage you guys, if you're looking for inspiration and really understand how many people are successful in this business, MLM Nation, it's a podcast. I love it. Simon Chan, the guy who we had on training the other week, he interviews the number one earners in our industry. Go and find some of those stories. I think, honestly, guys, you'll build belief and you'll realize how many ordinary people do this business. And you guys will also realize that the journey you guys are on, obviously, it often takes a lot of time. It can take time, but it's definitely worth staying in it. So there's lots of inspiration to be found. And the other one that I've been listening to is the GoPro Network Marketing Pro, or the GoPro podcast also. If you go to the podcast site and you type in, just in your search on your phone, I think the podcast should be an app on your phone. If not, you can go do it. And it's the Network Marketing Pro podcast. Okay, so Network Marketing Pro podcast. And some of the interviews he's been doing are awesome. He's interviewing, $1 million earners in the industry, and you guys, it's just true inspiration to hear what they've achieved, the trials and tribulations they go through, and you really get to resonate with those. And you just realize that when you go to school on this thing, guys, and you treat it like a business and you say, I'm all in, I'm so committed, it's amazing. Some of you guys have probably still listened to Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. And I would encourage you, that's one of the first things that you listen to, is go find it. Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N, Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. You'll find it on YouTube. It's about a 45 to 50-minute clip. And I think when you guys listen to that about the power of part-time and building your fortune in part-time, it's really powerful. And again, if you guys don't do it and you don't go to school on your belief in the industry, then one is that you're going to be challenged when someone's got an opinion, because you get it by it. I'm telling you, when you're affected by other people's opinion about this industry, I'm telling you, it's not them that you've got a problem with. It's yourself. There's a part of you that doesn't have absolute belief yet. I lost you guys. I can't, you guys have all stopped and frozen. Maybe you can comment if you guys can still hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you now. You're back.
Okay. Okay, great. So yeah, network marketing one I've been listening to. I love it. The other one that I said to you guys is MLM Nation. It looks like that, by Simon Chan. He's a freaking legend. And I would encourage you guys that you subscribe or follow his Facebook page. And I today at about lunchtime, I got on he had a great, doing a great live on Facebook Live, and you guys are following that. It's a great one to do. And because he's really keen on building out here in Australia right now, I did see you on there, Carly, actually. I saw quite a few of you guys pop up on that live. I would say if you're following, you jump on live, and because he's really trying to build an amazing tribe out here in Australia, he's doing some really great lives that are Australian time friendly. So good one to check out, MLM Nation. Other than that, look, I've been talking way too long for you guys. It's getting late. But honestly, guys, take your level of action to at least 35 in the next 7 days. I'm excited to hear your results. Put your prospects in front of your leaders. Keep doing the 3-way calls. Keep reaching out. I'm here to help if I can, guys, in any way. If you just can't find someone to help you guys, I know these girls are amazing. I'm actually trying to teach Tanika not to help you guys so much and raise you guys up as the next level of leaders, because she's been such a mother to all you guys, and she's been absolutely incredible. So if Tanika says, where do you think you'd find it, babe? Or something like that along those lines, you guys can blame me, because I really want to help you guys step into your greatness and become independent franchisees, because you cannot become an NMD without becoming a leader, guys. And it's your time to step up and grab this thing and own this like it's your own independent business. Every single one of you guys have the ability to do it, whether you believe me or not. I know you do. I know it's scary, but you can definitely do it. So great to connect with you guys. Have a great week. And I look forward to hearing all the great results next week when we're on.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.
Adam. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
See you guys. Awesome.
Bye.
Night.
Thanks. Bye.